Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be making this gorgeous piece. This is a really unplanned tutorial. I was already halfway done with the bag, okay, I think I should do a tutorial on this. I promised to do a tutorial, I'm forgetting, so I started halfway. So please try and just try and follow up, and I hope you like it, you learn, and just comment, give us a like. Thank you. Let's get right into it. So I use the polyester yarn, scissors, knitting pin, plastic canvas, a lining, zip. First thing I'm doing, I'm making a knot to begin our chain. Like I said, I was already halfway through when I decided to make a tutorial. So this particular part I'm making was for the side, but it's still applicable to begin the main bag itself. Here I'm already doing the side where I made a chain of 11, but for the main bag itself, you make a chain of 22 depending on how long you'd like your bag to be. I made a chain of 22, then made the last one for turning it. And here I'm just trying to show you that we'll be working with the back loop. If you just look closely, you'll be able to get it. We'll be using our back loop to create our next stitch. So I just put my missing pin into the first part and draw out a thread, making it 2, then pass 1 through it, and that's how I'll continue for the first main stitch. Just continue through all the back loops. Like I said, this one I was doing was for this side, but it is still very much applicable to make your main bag. Here I was already done with my first stitch. Now we'll show where the pattern will begin after doing the last one. So I finished the last loop, and I create a stitch for the next line, and here the pattern will begin. I work with the second, not the first, the second lower stitch, drag it out, then pass a thread through it, then go to the first one, the upper stitch, bring out a thread, bring out a yarn. I'm going to be calling it thread, sorry. Then take another one, then go down to the first lower stitch to create that pattern of the bag. Can you see it? You just make sure you extend it very well, like you drag it out. If not, it's not going to really show. And that's the way you continue. You move on to the next second one after it, not the very next one. Count 1 and 2, and that's how you continue to do it. If you made a stitch of 11, it means you're going to be making 5 patterns. If you made a stitch of 22, it means you're going to be having 11 patterns created. Do you understand? But here I made a stitch of 11, meaning I'm expecting 5 patterns. Like I indicated, this was for the side. I was already done with the main side, with the main bag, and I was doing the side when I realized I wanted to do a tutorial. Hence why I don't have a video for the other side, but I promise to do a comprehensive tutorial later, just in case this is too confusing. And basically you just continue like that till the last loop. You count 1, 2 again from your other stitch, 1, 2, away from the one you just did. Go to the lower second one. That's where you drag your first pattern stitch. Just look at it very closely and you should be able to get it. Please do not forget that why this one is short is because I was already doing the side. If you made the chain of 22, it means you're supposed to have a longer pattern. So that be longer. I'm going to show you what it looked like. I wish I remembered earlier. I would have done the tutorial from the beginning. Maybe when I'm making another one for clients, I'll do a proper tutorial of how to start it so that it doesn't confuse beginners mostly. So here we're done with our pattern. You just there's no more space again, so you just do a closing stitch by the side, and then take another stitch to begin the third line. Begin a new line, return your work, and you're just basically going to repeat that simple step you did before this pattern, meaning pass the thread through, take a thread, and just to have a layer for which we'll do the next pattern, and that's where you continue till you reach your desired height. That's where you just continue. If you want your back to be very high or something, keep doing it. So basically this is it. You just repeat this process for as long as you want to get the desired results for your bag. So here's what the main frame of the bag looked like. I kept emphasizing that I was doing the side. Here we're just doing a finishing stitch around the bag to make it neat. The purpose of this is to make it neat, to give you that fine finish. It's basically just to go round with just one stitch in every hole. Go round the bag with one stitch, basically to give you that fine finish and to make your bag look unique and well patterned. So I'll be going round with this stitch. It's just one stitch, one simple stitch, no pattern or anything, just one simple stitch. Please, if you have any questions, probably I'm not explaining anything well, just ask me and I'll explain. I called the design we did pattern. Okay, here I'm just showing you how to enter into the next lane. It's different from just doing the rounds. You make a double stitch on the entrance to the next side so that your work does not close up, does not start bending. Do you understand? So as I was saying, if you have any question, probably I'm not explaining something well. Sometimes I have difficulty on what to call what. But I'll definitely try and explain to the best of my abilities. Yes. I believe if you look at it very well, you'll be able to grasp it. So I'll be doing that stitch 2 times to make my work very neat. I'd like to do 2 times. If you want to do it more than twice, that's up to you. But I'll be going around the bag 2 times. Yes, to finish up the bag very well and give me that fine finish that I'm looking for. This, like I said, is what the main frame of the bag looks like. While the other one I was trying to do the sides. Okay, like I said, this tutorial was so unplanned and chaotic because I had to go to several places for some important things, and I was carrying the bag with me. I had to deliver it to a client, so I was carrying it with me and trying to still create a tutorial. It wasn't easy. You would see different lightings, different location. So here I'm just trying to add a unique design to the simple stitch I made around the bag. Just try and look closely. It's more like what name would I give it that will make it maybe a slipping stitch. Let's call it a slipping stitch if you would understand it better. Basically passing the yarn through the first simple stitch that we made. Sorry, my baby's crying in the background. Very sorry. I've been trying to make a lot of noise and I'm just trying to keep calm. So basically you just take a fish line through the whole of the first simple stitch you made round the frame of your bag. Bring out a thread. With that thread, you take it into the next one. Bring out another thread and just keep passing it like that. And I'm going to have to show you closer. So here it is. Just look closely. So we'll put it through the next one. Bring out a yarn. Try to make a loop. Bring out a yarn. And just pass it through the next one, then put it through the next hole. I just hope that I'm trying to, because my explanation, I don't know what term to call it that everybody would understand, but I believe that if you're seeing the video, you should be able to know what to do. So here I just basically repeated the first part you saw, which was the sides that I was trying to make. So here I'm trying to make the side. It's basically a repetition of the beginning. We made our chain of 11 and an extra one to turn. Then after turning, you work with your back loop to create the first stitch on which our pattern will be resting on. So we are working with the back loop of this one. So this is basically repeating what was said in the first part of the video, but with a little twist. This is the side, like I indicated. I just used the side to, show how to make the pattern of this bag. But this is basically repeating what was said initially. So we'll just do this for 3 times. Like I said, I made a chain of 11. I made my first stitch and I'm doing my pattern. I'm expecting 5 patterns because I made a chain of 11 with an extra one for turning. So we're just going to repeat these 5 patterns 3 times, like I said. Then after that, we'll make our A shape. Okay. Like I said, this tutorial is a very chaotic one because I had a lot of things to do and trying to make things for clients, make bags for clients. I was moving up and down and I wanted to actually do this tutorial, so I was carrying everything everywhere I go. So you notice several lightings, different table settings, voiceover, but please bear with me. So if you've been able to grasp what I've been saying, this is what you should have. This is the 3rd one. Now we'll be creating our pattern. What we basically do, instead of making the normal stitch before the pattern, we'll skip one. When you're turning, you skip one and move to the next one. That way, as you're going up, it will be becoming smaller. Do you get? You skip one, like I did. Instead of putting the very first loop, I went to the 2nd one. And that's what you will do when you now get to the ending of your stitch. I'll show you what you do. Just look closely. Basically what you do when you get to the last place is when you get to the 2nd to the last loop, you just bring out the yarn. You don't close it yet. You just take that yarn, put it in the last loop, bring out another thread to make it 3 like this, then pass your thread through it, then create a turning stitch and create your pattern. Here you already notice that it's taking shape, it's curving a bit. Then you create your pattern, but now it's going to be different because this stitch now is smaller than the stitch that other patterns have been relying on. You would notice that where I shifted from the place that the pattern usually have been for the last 3 we did, just because this one is supposed to be 4 instead of 5. Going for a particular shape. So because this stitch is smaller than the other ones that the patterns have been relying on, and instead of making 5, we're making 4, we are going to shift where the pattern. So basically we're just doing pattern of 4 here. We'll keep reducing it because we're going for an A shape like indicated. Yeah, so just try and look at it very well and I think you'd get it. So my thread got finished here. I had to attach a new one. Probably on another video I'll teach you how to attach, just in case your thread gets finished while working on a piece. So this is what you should have. For the next stitch, we'll just be repeating what we did to make it smaller, meaning that we'll skip the very first loop, and go to the next. Then when you get to the end, you mix the 2nd to the last and the last one to create 3 chains where your next chain will be passing through, just to make it smaller for the sides. At the end of the whole process, you see why and what shape we're trying to achieve and how it goes with the bag. And when we're done, we're now going to make a pattern of 3, and we keep reducing it. After 3 we make 2, after 2 we make 1, and that's it. So if you're following correctly, this is what you should have. Now we're just going to make our finishing stitches to make it neat and for it to be easy to be able to attach to the main frame of the bag. So we're done with the sides. We'll set it aside and go back to work on the frame before attaching them together. So after we're done with the frame and the sides, we're going to make a structure to make the bag very firm, which is why I'm adding this plastic canvas. Yes, it's going to make the bag very firm, giving it a proper structure. We're also going to add to the sides. Here are the metal handles I'll be attaching to the bag. It's pretty much easy to attach if you get the right one. It's just to pass it through and bend the ending from the other side. So here we've attached it, the plastic frame attached, everything attached. I'm using satin as the inner of the bag, the lining of the bag, to make it neater and also to hide the plastic frame we used. So after attaching the plastic canvas and my lining, this is what it looks like. Pretty neat. You wouldn't see the rough whatever it is we did inside, making the bag very unique. And this is basically how we're going to attach the sides to the main frame of the bag. You bend the bag and follow the shape of the sides already from the beginning round to the other end. I'm sorry for the noise in the background, my child and some technical people outside making noise. I wouldn't really give any specific measurements for this part. I would say just use your discretion and be careful so you don't have excess from the sides, or probably the sides will not be enough, or the frame will not be able to contain the sides. Do you understand? So basically just use your So basically you just go through the loop, the last loop, the finishing loop of the frame, and also the finishing loop of the sides, then drag a thread through and close it up. And that's what you continue doing, going through the closing loop, the ending loop, and keep creating chains, closing chains on the sides to join them together easily. It's a pretty easy step. So basically here we're done with the bag. Just for you to attach your zip, I would put up a short video on how to make the handle and attach it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you're able to learn. Any question at all, please put it in the comment section and I'll readily answer you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not part of the family already, and please give us a like and let me know if I should do more tutorials like this. Thank you. Bye. Subscribe.